Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out. Just search for @Tom and Dan Live wherever you watch your podcasts, and I know a lot of you do.
On Zoom with us right now from the new BLERD Order podcast, comedian Vince Taylor. How you doing, Vince?
Hey, what's going on, Tom? What's going on, guys?
Very
What's
good to
happening,
see
man?
you.
How been?
We have
Good.
been. I've been in North Georgia, doing hillbilly things. I've been
Going back to Stone Mountain.
Yeah,
Where it
yeah.
all started.
I'm boiling peanuts now. I bought myself a boiled peanut cooker. I am. I'm starting a boiled peanut business, and I bought myself.
Dude, you should sell them at the beer fest. Like, you should get it down enough.
You know what? That's a good idea.
And then just get someone else to run it. Or you get behind there. Like, you'll make some money.
I would do it for free.
No.
For BDMs.
I'm
BDMs
gonna
are
slap
free.
your
No,
face.
BDMs are free.
No, okay.
BDMs are free.
They
They got to show their app. But anyway, so I'm starting a. You like boiled peanuts at all?
I despise. I think boiled peanuts are like satanic. Like, they don't seem like they should be consumed by humans. I know that puts me at odds with the South.
Not at
But
all.
that's
Not at
what-
all.
Yeah.
Andrea's mother, it feels exactly the same way. My wife's mother hates my boiled peanuts.
Peanuts ain't supposed to be soggy. You know what I'm saying? They ain't supposed to be like wet and mushy. And come on, man. Like, you ain't supposed to drink peanuts.
I think this
Like, I
is
don't
another
like
thing.
that.
I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong,
All right.
but I also believe it's another thing we stole from the black man, because I think this is an African delicacy. If I'm, hey,
George Washington Carver
No,
invented boiled peanuts.
no, dig in. I'm telling you, no, I think that this was a way that people in Africa, I think the peanuts go that far back, man. I'm telling you. I'm
Hold
telling
on.
you, dude,
Yeah,
you better look it up.
I'm willing to let white folks have boiled peanuts.
Yeah,
they're
I was
so
about
good.
to say,
They're
I was
so
like,
good.
boiled peanuts, it does seem like a white people thing. It's like the white people's version of
Oh,
collard greens.
no. Oh, it was, man, when we were roadside in North Georgia, when we went to Norton's Nuts, we went 30 minutes out of our way to get these boiled peanuts. And we'll stop talking about boiled peanuts. I know people get mad. But man, it was
Norton's
white,
Nuts.
black, Asian, Latin. Everybody was in the parking lot lined up. It like no race. No race at all. It was like peanuts see no
everywhere.
color, sir. Peanuts see no color.
All right. So diversified nuts.
Yeah.
I'm still not into
I got you.
the boiled. I just cannot. It just feels sacrilege. You know
I
what
get
I'm
you.
saying?
I know. I
So,
understand. I get it. They're not for
Vince,
everybody.
Vince, I saw you're recently in Seattle. What were you there
True.
for comedy up there?
Yeah, there was some comedy, but honestly, I took the wife with me as well. That was the main course of the because I don't always get to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was her birthday weekend as well. So the little couple of comedy joints, you know, as cool as they're redundant. So I don't even post. Like, I did get to frolic amongst the people of Seattle and kind of learn more about what Seattle culture is. And yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be. It like you see on the news, like places like Portland, how they go, you know, real wild politically. Like, I can see now, like, they go hard for folks that are not there. There's not a lot of black folks there, but they feel like they got to represent for the ones that ain't. And sometimes I feel like it'd be nice if there were more there to tell them, like, it's all right, calm down.
Oh, really? What were
yeah.
they doing? Like, or they're just like,
I mean, because they're like protests, you know, we ran into like some protests, like, that were, you know, kind of like, you know, I don't know if they were Black Lives Matter or past, I don't know, whatever, but they were like very lily white folks, 100%. And
they're
I
like,
just was
hey,
like,
we're
okay,
doing this for you. Hey, come over. You're like, I don't want to. You're like, hey, we got one.
Hey,
come
get
on
over here. Get over here.
Get over here.
I just thought that was fascinating. You know, it was one of those cities where we start to, like, me and the wife, we start playing Where's Waldo with black folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, hey, you know what I'm saying? And I think by the time we left, I think we were up to about 12 or 14. Very, very, very nice folks. Very beautiful city. There's this mountain. I don't know if y'all are aware of this.
Yeah.
mountain.
Oh, yeah.
It's scary as hell. It's the scariest mountain I've ever seen in my life. It comes out of the woods like a giant troll. And they have trolls that they built all around Seattle too that are like tourist attractions. But I can't remember the name of this mountain, but it's like real, man, somebody Google it real quick. It's the biggest mountain in Seattle. You can see it from Canada. It's nuts. It came out of the woods and it looked, do y'all see Never Ending Story? Do you remember that big rock monster?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like, it looks like that. You know what I'm saying? But you see it from like far away, so it literally looks like what it would look like to see Godzilla. You know, it's just extremely it's intimidating. I've never been so intimidated.
Mount Rainier.
Rock.
It was Mount
What's it called?
Rainier.
Mount Rainier.
Yeah.
Bro. I'm talking about like just imagine you're driving down I-4 and because it's cloudy in Seattle all the time. So you drive down I-4 every day, no big deal. And then one day it's a clear day and you look up and there's a big ass transformer in the sky. Like that's what it feels like because it's cloudy all the time. On one of our last days, the clouds cleared up and now there's this big freaking Godzilla King Kong mountain that's so far away, but you can see the little details. So from so far away, that's how you know how big it is. Just like you're looking at the moon. And so it was real creepy. I mean, at least I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
No, I've seen Mount Rainier from Seattle before, and it's cool being in a city as big as Seattle and then having a giant mountain so close to it because you're like, whoa. Because you're like, if you've been to Philadelphia or New York or whatever, it's flat for the most part, you know. And like,
it's all buildings,
and
all
then,
city.
And then being in like a giant city like Seattle, and then like you're like, also the ocean's on one side of you, and then there's a giant mountain, and so it's pretty unique in that way.
It's a lot of texture there.
You could live in the city life, and then right outside, all of a sudden you're in really beautiful country, mountains. You know, the opposite way, you're now in the ocean. So it's like Seattle's pretty now. Like you said, though, most of the year it's rainy, cloudy, and like when you see the mountain, people are saying, like, tell you how special. Like, oh, we never see this thing. It's like usually it's gray, rainy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's you could definitely see why Edward and Jacob stayed up there for so long in the Twilight series. But for me, what I was fascinated with was this market. Have y'all seen these public supermarket joints? Like there's this market where they get fish.
Oh yeah, we've been there. We went there.
It's like a big deal. Can you help me understand? I think maybe was it Sleepless in Seattle or there was a movie that made this real popular. But they get these fish and all the people crowd around and they announce it, hey, Bass, going to Boston. And then they throw it across the room and everybody cheers for it. And I don't understand it. So do y'all have any idea what I'm talking about?
It's
like,
another, we were there.
I
caught a fish.
Yeah, he caught a fish, and we have it on video. We went there. Yeah. We were working for Orlando City at the time, and we did some work in Seattle. And we went to the market, and he caught a fish, and then we rode the big Ferris wheel. Yeah. We also, it's right when Uber rolled out, and we got into an Uber, and I don't know if you remember this, but the Uber driver got on, he went down a construction exit, and then we got on a bridge that wasn't completed yet, and we're driving up a non-completed bridge, and we're like, yo, dude, you got to turn around. Like, you're going to kill us and drive us off a bridge. It was wild. But Seattle's fun, man. Seattle's a great, really, really cool city.
Tell me about the fish. How you caught the fish? Like,
yeah, because it's all a tourist. Like it started with.
It's like Carlos and Charlie's of Seattle. You know, it's like you go there and you catch the fish and you get a picture with the fish man.
Yeah.
What's the big deal? Help me understand. Like, why is that a tourist attraction? Why is that fascinating?
Well, I think
it's another white people thing.
Yeah. It's like boiled peanuts.
White people love fish. They love throwing fish. They love
they like yelling
fishermen.
Fish, they like fishing.
Yeah. Publix and watch them sit there and unload the fish that they got from whatever that day. Is that just? I mean, is it because it's fresh?
Well, no. I think when they're selling that, when they're selling it at the market in order to speed it up, I think that like the guy will say like, "Hey, we get a tuna here." The guy yells to get a tuna. He takes the tuna. He throws it up to the guy. He grabs it, marks it down, wraps it up, and gives it to the customer and gets him on his way. And I think that's how it became like a thing. Yeah. And the fishmonger does that.
And then just like a lot of things in life, like real world problem solving, which was, hey, the easiest way to get this fish from one place to another is to throw it.
Yeah.
And then it just became a tourist thing. Like, oh, you got to go to the fish market and watch them throw a fish. Now they just turned it into a moneymaker where there's a bunch of white people and then a lot of Asian tourists.
Yeah.
And they watch them throw the fish, take a picture.
I'll give you another one.
And then you have to tip them.
You have to tip them. I'll give you another
here's
one.
$1.
There's a restaurant in the Carolinas that I don't know if it's a chain. I think it used to be a chain, but it was called Cock of the Walk. And it was like their thing was that whenever you wanted more cornbread at your table, the guy, your server would literally stand at the kitchen and throw the cornbread to your table and you'd catch it.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it would go boom, and it would land on you, and you'd put it on the table. I did it as a kid, and it was like a thing, and they're just tossing cornbread in there all day, and it was like there's no logic. Cornbread. There's no logical reason to do it. There's no reason why Cock of the Walk was throwing cornbread other than it was a gimmick, and you tip your server. Same thing.
Yeah. It's probably going back to peanuts, how restaurants started realizing like you go to Roadhouse, you throw your peanuts onto the floor.
Yeah. It's just like a tradition of some dumb thing.
It probably started with something like, everybody likes just throwing their peanuts on the floor. Let's just make that the gimmick. And then it turns into a dumb thing.
Yeah.
Where people are like, let's take a selfie with the peanuts.
It's just weird. I just don't imagine that, because it's a fish spot, they like to see the fish. They're not going to do it at a chicken spot. You're not going to see this at a beef spot. It's exclusive to fish, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, fish
Right?
are less gross when they're pre-butchered. Okay, a fish nude is less gross than a chicken nude.
Yeah.
Because a chicken, you have to pull
Do
off its
tell.
feathers out. Like a fish, you kind of keep the scales on everything. It just still looks like a fish. It looks like a cartoon fish.
And people don't associate it with like a dead animal.
Right.
As like you throw a dead chicken, people are like,
Oh, my
like
God.
dead fish, people are more okay with.
Yeah, they are.
So you could throw around, like you try to do this as a baby, like a
I think
baby
for this?
cow, and like, here's some veal, and you're whipping a baby cow,
Yeah,
and people
yeah.
are like, oh.
I would catch a baby cow, though, if you threw it at me, because I don't want to get injured by it. Also, you know
That's
what?
crazy.
You know who I thank for this, Vince? Indian people. Because a lot of Indian food, you'll cook the fish with the head on it. You just cook the whole fish. Why waste all that delicious cheek meat?
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
all the good eyeballs and
Indian-
stuff. So I feel like and Caribbean folks too, you're right. Like, so they have cooked whole ocean like creatures their entire lives, so it's not gross.
I don't know. There's also that sky thing. Did y'all go up into that? What's it called? Space needle? Space needle?
I did that with my pop-up the other time I was in Seattle. We went there for like an Alaskan cruise with my grandfather, and then we went up in the Space Needle and ate dinner in the revolving, like up on top.
Yeah.
The you sit and it revolves
That's fancy.
slowly, and the middle stays still. So basically, you get into the middle to take the elevator, but the outside is like the slowly revolving.
That's like where you go for like a retirement dinner, right?
Yeah. It's like kind of cool, but again, you're paying, triple the price of all the food and beverages
Right.
because you're in this gimmick.
And if it's
a tourist
broken, do
thing.
you get your money back?
I don't know. That's a good question. I would ask for it like, hey, this thing's not revolving.
Yeah, I was like, just get out there and push it.
I found it to be underwhelming.
Yes.
The Space Needle. It felt underwhelming. I was expecting a more massive, a better representation.
You know
of
why?
Seattle.
Because I
Yeah.
think at one time, back when Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, when we're thinking about that, the Space Needle was an actual needle of space. But now the buildings are so tall and technology is so great that is a dump.
It's
It is a dump.
underwhelming.
Yeah, it is it's a nothing
Right.
now. We have so
It's
so many nothings. Like even the damn Kia Center here, like we have an amazing venue here in town, and it's 10 years old, and that thing's it's a dump. It's a dump. Technology,
No, it's
yeah,
fine.
everything's a dump.
I'll say this and I'll get up off of Seattle real quick. It's such a nice city during the day, and folks are really delightful, and it's got a good seafood selection, obviously, because they got the fresh markets and all that. Real hilly, it's a contrast if you're a Central Florida person. Like hilly, it's like steep hills. But the night was a little scary. I'll tell you a little quick story. I went down to a 7-Eleven to purchase cigar products, mind your business. Never mind what that's all about. And while I was going down there, I couldn't help but notice that the same people that were out at night were not the same people that were out during the day. It's almost like there's a 9:00 curfew for the scary folks that come out. And then it all of a sudden became like LA. And it's just like, really, really, really freaky. I got to the 7-Eleven door and I went inside and I had to go through. You ever had to go through, like women say they have to go through like people, like men that are on the stairs, and then they have to, oh, hey, what's up, lady? Like that's how it felt for me going through these. I don't want to call them out. I don't know what they are, but these troubled individuals. Hey man, come on, let me in. And then at one point in time, I saw a dude in a wheelchair. He was trying to get in. He said, hey, come on, you can really talk.
Oh,
hey,
these are all mental. These are a bunch of cuckoo bananas you're dealing with.
You said it. And okay, the dude can't even get in, man. Let me let him in. I open up the door to let him in, and he comes in. And as soon as I do, the dude that works there is like, no, don't not.
You let in Jerry. He always pees next to the Reese cups. Yeah, Jerry's going to wheel his ass over to the corner and where you fill out your lotto, and he's going to pee a big puddle on the ground. Great job, Vince.
It's big city homeless.
Yeah.
Like I dealt with it in New York City recently back in April, and like I love a good big city homeless because they all have characters.
It's authentic. It's like being in the Old West. It's like a real cowboy.
They're famous around town. Like everybody knows them. The big city homeless.
Like there's two twins in Daytona that are topless. I think they're homeless too, but they're like just topless homeless.
Yeah. And
okay, I ain't met them yet. That probably
you
would
will.
have been a little
You'll
more.
meet them. They're coming for you.
All right, cool. But yeah, that was cool. It was a fun trip, fella. It was a fun trip.
Good, man. I'm glad it was successful.
So, Vince, I want to talk about two nerd topics that I saw. The real Vince Taylor is Vince's Instagram page. And, of course, New Blurred Order is his podcast. And I saw you talk about two different things, one of them being the live-action Zelda movie that's coming out. So tell us about it, Vince.
All right, well, there's supposed to be a Zelda movie that's being pitched, and I frankly am not enthusiastic about it, because I just don't think that Link, who's the main character in Zelda, has a real character arc for us to learn about. Plus, in the games we've all played, Link has had no voice. Now, you can say the same thing about Mario. I get it. You can say the same, oh, Mario didn't. But he did. He had a voice.
Yeah, he
he spoke in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. He spoke in Mario Kart. He spoke every now and then, but Link never speaks. Link is just so I don't think that a Link movie, especially because Link typically has one villain, and that's Ganon. I don't think that a Link movie is going to serve the purpose that the game serves, which is long-standing, long entertaining, action-based gameplay. I think that a movie, they're going to be looking for some sort of charisma from Riz, as the kids say, from the main character. And I don't think Link can provide that. So who else provides it? The surrounding characters?
Hold on,
It just,
Vince. Let me pitch.
It's difficult for them to make that.
Let me pitch to you the live-action Zelda movie, okay?
All right, I'm listening.
So you make it Lord of the Rings style.
Well, I was trying to think of a lead character for Link, and I was drawing
Timothy Chalamet.
Oh my God, he is Link.
Yeah,
oh my God, and he's gentle.
I knew.
He's got
Chalamet.
He's got gentle arms.
Yeah, you get Chalamet, you put some pointy ears.
He can't be muscly. He's got to have gentle arms.
Yeah. Good looking for the women.
Yeah, he's got to be he's got to be like rat-like,
right.
gentle
I'm listening.
arms, slight. And he's got to have a huge affection for Timberland boots.
Yeah.
Oh, Chalamet's always wearing Timberlands unlaced. And I'm like, you're not a rapper. In my day, we'd kick your ass if you wore those. Take those off, Chalamet.
Now, who plays Zelda? Like, because
Princess Zelda?
the storyline is so easy.
Leah Dunham.
It's so easy, Vince.
I'm going to get an email about that.
Because it is it's Link searching to rescue the princess, Princess Zelda. Like, it's a story as old as time. I feel like it writes itself.
No, you can't say that. That's Beauty and the Beast.
But
great.
I don't think.
Go ahead.
Man.
Well, no, I was saying, then you do it in the vein of Lord of the Rings, and if it's shot really well, like, I feel like it could be successful. Plus, it's got a huge franchise that we're all aware of. Like, you come out with the live-action Zelda, people, I feel like they'll go out to see it. Our demographic.
Yeah, Ghost is saying in our Twitch chat room that 2 unknowns were already cast. So.
Oh, God.
I'm just not. Listen, okay. If we think about the successful models for video games that have translated into movies, right? They typically have not necessarily been as successful when they're taking a story like this and making it into a live action model. Mario didn't achieve success until it was translated into an animated series. Last of Us was made into not a series, but a movie. Last of Us was made into a series. They have a lot of the games that we played were made into series. Halo, because I believe that there's too much depth there for you to provide in a 2-hour, and especially when it comes to Zelda, like, you're really going to be able to squeeze.
Okay, that's a great point.
Growing up around elves and why he is an elf, even though he's not an elf, doesn't talk, by the way, which was the point I made in my post. It's like Link has zero voice. And he doesn't know Zelda like that. And I feel like if you try to squeeze all of that in 2 hours, there's no way It's just not possible.
Is
I
it-
just don't feel like it's going to be successful. I just think that it'll be better served if you gave us. They have Rings of Power, the show, which is based on characters in Lord of the Rings. I feel like that type of format is better suited for this. Now I might just be getting greedy because I want to see more of it, but I also don't want to see it rushed and made into something that it could have just to make it when you can make it much better. And then he says, think about this for a second. You're filming it in the if we're taking Tommy's business approach with this and looking at it like Lord of the Rings, right? Lord of the Rings is a cast of characters, right? Like what cast of characters? We already learned that this is unknown, right? What characters are we having around Link that make it palatable? Link does not ride with a
he's a
squad.
loner. Yeah, he rolls alone.
He rides with his horse, Epona, right?
Yeah.
He rides with fairies, right? And I mean, now once you start telling me the names of these folks, maybe you'll have some to the tape. But if they do a movie, I almost guarantee you it will not be a one-off because you cannot squeeze a Ganon story that transcends multiple generations with the Triforce and the Ganonites.
I think I agree with you.
Hold on.
Because it's too complicated to squeeze in there, I really believe. Yeah, I
want to see a project. I'm cool with a project.
Right.
Just the movie aspect of it. Live action, too. I honestly feel like they'd be better served. Remember there was the cartoon for a short period of time?
It was great.
Came on, like, on Saturdays?
Yeah, it was old school, but
like they should experiment with like a modern day version.
Now, wasn't there something to that, Vince? And maybe the chat room knows, or maybe you know. I thought that when, Breath of the Wild and what's the other one? The Kingdom.
There's Ocarina of Time.
Well, whatever. The two new ones that you can get the updates for Switch 2 now. The two big ones that, like, the animation's just mind-blowingly good, right?
Yeah.
And the game depth is mind-blowingly good. I'm surprised they didn't just take that and Tears of the Kingdom, I guess. Yeah, I thought they were going to take that and make that into like like not an adult, but like let's say a 13 plus really cool animated, like, because the art is great. The art is beautiful. So they already have it. They're ready to go.
They better not, because that'll be the most frustrating movie in the history of the world. I got that game, and it is hard.
Oh, they're hard games, yeah, but they're beloved games.
On reality, you'll never make it through the movie because it's going to be too difficult for you to get through it. Like, you're not going to be able to find whatever sword you need. You're going to run out of hearts before you get to the end. Like, nah. I don't know about all that. The game is too difficult. I had to let it go. I had to walk away from the game. It's too frustrating.
I got you.
And I don't want to. I'm like, remember, we've already spoken about not using walkthroughs. So, yeah, I mean, I probably would walk through this movie.
Yeah, you might have to. I had to
So-
to use the newest Zeldas. I've had to use walkthroughs. I'm not good anymore.
So
Yeah, Tom.
Link has the magic sword. He's got a bow and arrow. What other? Does he got an invisible cloak? He's got all that.
You earn all these things, right? As you keep playing. You get you get little pieces of the Triforce. Each of them come with a higher power level. You can gain things like the boomerang was one of my favorite things to use.
Boomerang.
Of course, the heart, the arrows. Of course, you have regular arrows.
Have you
fire
played the new one?
arrows.
You should play it.
I never played the new one.
It's good. It's like it's slow though. I mean, like it takes a lot of. You got to work on it.
What I really hope that they do include in the live action is his raging gambling habit, because if you remember the game, he used to lose all of these rubies to this little thing in the cave. Remember, he'd be like, "Hey, you want to put down 30 of these rubies?" Yeah, okay, all right.
That's why I learned how to gamble.
I was gonna say it coming out of my
I was
mouth.
like, of course I want to put them down.
As you were saying that, Tom's eyes started flickering like he was having a core memory unlocked, and he's like, "Holy f! I think that's where my father." Wasn't your dad's favorite video game Zelda?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you'd play it. You deleted his
I'm
game.
like, there's
one
a
time.
cave. There's a gambling
There's a
cave.
gambling
I'm like,
cave.
Get in there. I'm like, you want to risk your rubies? Of course I do. Oh God, I lost it.
Lost all my rubies.
Bro, he used to lose so many rubies, man. So I hope they include that. Show him going through withdrawal. Show him having to recover.
That's
show him
funny.
getting rehabilitated. Like the whole gambling circuit. Like they should include that in the live action as well, but not opposed to the production. Just
Yeah, no, I got you. And I didn't even think about it, but yeah, and we already know we're getting another Mario, right? We're getting a second Mario movie. We know that.
We're getting another Mario. I'm not as much into Mario. if they keep the, I like Mario, but I like the extension of Mario into Mario Kart too. I hope that they get a little bit of into that because I'm assuming y'all don't y'all play Mario Kart?
Yeah, I got the new one. I've been playing the hell out of the new Mario Kart World. Like I've almost unlocked everybody.
Vince,
I play a lot.
There was a time where I would beat my sons at all time. I'd shove it in their face. I'd be the Wiggler. And I'd make fun of him. The Wiggler beat him again.
Never play with the Wiggler.
To the point where one of my sons would start crying. You storm off. And then,
you got to make them storm off. That's how you get them to manage their anger.
And then now my son Max, like we went on a long road trip and his iPad died. So he just he got his his Switch and he just started playing for hours. I think in Sweden too.
Oh, he's been
like
training.
in the plane. And he has got #1 in every race. And then I played him the other day. I was like, let's see what you got. Vince, he blew the doors off me. I never had I was trying my absolute hardest and he was beating me every time, never even had a chance. And then I was like, this is a pivotal point as a man and a dad in my life where I could no longer beat
digital beatdown.
I could no longer beat my son Max in Mario Kart because I do not have the time to put into what he I was living off my experience as a 43-year-old man, and now he has surpassed me.
This is the plot for that new Marlon Wayans movie called Him. You seen that movie? Marlon Wayans is playing the old quarterback, and then the young quarterback gets a catastrophic injury, and then he has to go to train at the compound, and then it's a horror movie. Oh, it looks great. It's a new Jordan Peele movie, and it looks good. Marlon's playing I'm only imagining like a badass legacy quarterback.
Okay.
Who I guess is part demon. I'm just guessing. That's just my assumption. And then the young kid that's like the up and comer is he's like a #1 prospect. I guess he gets some sort of catastrophic injury, and then he has to go to the Marlon Wayans' compound to maybe train and regain his skill to get back on the team. And then the older quarterback has to put him through crazy sawed football trials in order to win his freedom or something. It looks awesome. It looks so dumb and awesome. I'm in. And Marlon's a good friend of the show and very kind. And last time he was in here, he was talking about doing these things. But he did say to us off
That'd
the
be
air
a big deal for him
that he was working with Jordan Peele, and he said, don't say anything about it. And now we can say it, and I'm excited to see the movie.
Okay. Well, I very much like Marlon Wayans. I like some of the things he says. He goes against sometimes the popular thing to say, and I appreciate that. And I do hope that despite the weird plot that this has, that the movie does well. Definitely better than Ice Cube's most recent. Have y'all seen?
I wrote that down to talk to you, man. You're in my head. I wrote that down to talk to you. A 0% score on Rotten Tomatoes?
That seems a little. I mean, 0.
Yeah, I mean, and I like Ice Cube. So anyway, what happens? I guess Ice Cube did a remake of War of the Worlds. It's currently out, and you can, I guess, watch it. And it currently has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. And I guess from the headline I got, is it a big commercial for Amazon Prime or something? Is it?
Bro, it's like the whole thing is like he's on a Zoom call. like the whole movie. Have y'all seen? It's literally this is the movie. Put some.
This is terrible.
It was on a Zoom call. Hold on.
The movie's called War of the Worlds, but you ain't got no pants on. You know what I'm saying? Doing a Zoom call, it just doesn't jive with the brand. But I think the movie would have been fine if it had been called anything other than War of the Worlds. It could have been called Black Man on computer.
Black Man on
aliens. And people would have been like, hell yeah. It could have been like Cube comes to kill all Green Man. Something stupid, it don't matter. But War of the Worlds, when you following Tom Cruise, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're following Tom Cruise with the Zoom call movie. It's not gonna work, bro. And kudos to whoever thought this up, because the concept was fine. I didn't mind what was happening. It was just when you slap the War of the World brand on it, you expect certain things.
Yeah.
You don't expect to be fighting your zombies through a FaceTime call. You know what I'm saying? And that's essentially what was happening.
I'm not even clever enough to know how to fight an alien or whatever over a Zoom call. I didn't even know what I do. What button do I click to shoot them? Is there a flame button?
It's a microphone. It's a microphone. The one button no one can find.
And I love Ice Cube. When I first heard the concept of this, Tom and Dan, I was like, yo, give me the blackest of the black man fighting aliens, and that's a movie that's going to sell out on any day in the neighborhoods that I've come from. Especially when Cube gets real. Hey, like Cube got that face. Like,
he was the. I'll say it. I said it once. I'll say it again for the people in the back. If you haven't seen the new animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Ice Cube is the greatest character in that. His character has some unforgettable lines. He's Fly Guy, and it's the best. He's the best villain because he's the funniest and coolest.
I don't understand.
I'm the super duper fly around here.
Yeah, it's
just good Ice Cube.
It's just really good. So yes, if you'd have given me that with him holding guns and blowing people away, he's a good actor. I'd watch that. I like Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, bro. Hey, listen, this is a good movie to watch if you got nothing else to do and just want to laugh a little bit because it's got some.
We have a listener that watched it, Jen, in our chat room. She said she watched it because it had a 0. She just wanted to experience it. She says he plays a security guy for the government. She said it's real bad. It's real bad. She said it's real bad.
Bro, it's bad. Like it's it's laughable bad though. It's like I don't know what's gonna be worse, this or The Naked Gun. I don't know. If
people are saying Naked Gun is really good. Now, where are we at with lolcows? Because is it possible that this is a lolcow?
What's that?
Where you make something or you're a character that people like are laughing at, but you don't care. As long
like
as you
Sharknado or something like that. It's so absurd.
Well, just the idea of like almost like leaning in. Like there are certain influencers that do that. Is it possible that Ice Cube, the team that made this movie, everybody involved knows that this is terrible, knows that people are laughing at them, but they're like, we don't care. Look how many people are firing it up.
Like at one point, he hit someone with a 40. If you know what I'm saying, he does all the tropes.
I don't know what's in it, but is it possible to make something because like. We're talking about now we're graded by the number of eyes or the number of clicks that land on something. We're not graded on whether something is good or authentic or
who cares?
Who cares?
If it gets a bunch of views, they don't care what the rating says.
Right. So a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes, one of the greatest things you can do for a movie that has a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes is write 21,000 articles about how it has a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Because
if it had an 8,
my friend SJ 25. In the chat room said that he and his wife already have it scheduled to watch tomorrow night for like their Friday night movie night. So my point is, like, where are we at? Because that's
where we're at. Yeah, it's like this may be in the plan. Like, hey, let's make let's call it War of the Worlds. So people are like, wait, you can't diminish the franchise of War of the Worlds like this. And they're like, who cares? We don't care. Ice Cube's going to be saying corny things.
And it also costs nothing. It's a Zoom call. How much did it cost to make this movie? $2.
Yeah. And
I didn't think about that, man. That is brilliant marketing. Yo, maybe that's what Fantastic Four should do. Just have them completely wipe out any of the good reviews they got to that or Thunderbolts or whatever it is they got coming. Superman, all of that good stuff.
It just doesn't matter. It's almost like we're like, I mean, like people.
Well, it's gonna be real bad, Vince. Like it's gonna be super low budget to the point where it does get a guaranteed 0. Where they know. I mean, here's the Ice Cube is not a dodo. Like, the guy is a smart guy.
Well, that's the only reason that I'm like, this is dumb because, like, wait a minute. But also, Vince, he's been touted by multiple people, even people that don't want to say it, that he's a good actor.
Oh, yeah. No, he's a good actor.
Yeah, there are people that watch him and be like, well, it pains me to say this. Like it is. The trope of, like, it pains me to tell the black rapper that he's a good actor. They're forced to say it because he's a good actor. So my point is, why would he do it?
I mean, Anaconda, he did have a very according.
One of my favorite movies. One of my favorite. I love me some Anaconda, man.
And I'll never forget that acting he did in that movie. Today Was a Good Day, which I think was a video. When he low back, I believe it was you make the ass drop.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, listen, I do think that there may be some sort of some who knows, some conspiracy with regard to this to get people to watch.
Yeah.
But it's like a cringe viral video. It was like when what was that girl? She was like a beauty contestant, and they asked her a question. She was like, for children of the world, I think that we should like such as, and they
such as.
Yeah, like, it gets 2 million views, but where is she now? I don't know if just the views on the project is always a winning goal. But I would watch another one if they leaned into how bad this was. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be curious to hear what y'all thought about it if y'all
Yeah,
ever.
maybe we'll fire it up. I'll see.
Okay, I was surprised. I looked up Ice Cube's age. How old do you think he is?
Big screen.
I think he's my age, or maybe a little older than me.
I want to say he's 55.
I was gonna say 52.
Yeah, no, Ven's got it right. It's 56. I thought, because in my mind, Ice Cube was an older man when I was young.
No, you got to use Snoop Dogg math. They started.
Yeah, they started young.
Yeah, those guys started.
Yeah,
Snoop Dogg
because
is
I was
like,
like,
when did you
Ice
start
Cube-
rapping, cousin? He's like 12 years old, son.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, Snoop Dogg's 49. He's like Daniel's age. Or
Yeah.
he's maybe 50 or
yeah,
something.
like, and also it's funny because Ice Cube and Snoop sometimes they'll have gray in their beard, sometimes they won't. It just depends on how they want to look.
Yeah,
they can look
yeah.
any way
They get
want.
away with it.
Yeah, they can get away with it for sure.
I just thought he was way older. I expected him to be in his 60s.
Well, they had him use gray
Yeah.
in the trailer, so now he looks a little more frazzled, and he's got like a bushier beard and everything. But I don't know. I like his new album.
I don't know, but I would love to see more of Ice Cube in much of anything. I'm surprised he hasn't popped up in a Marvel project or like a DC project. Like, why can't Cube be Punisher or something like that?
Dude,
Like,
Cube as Punisher would be really good. That'd be.
Yeah.
I would watch the hell out of that.
you watch that? All this talk about BLERD, not getting made, man.
Yeah.
Let's make Cube into. Could you imagine a Cube? Man, where them zombies at, man?
Yeah,
Where they at?
I mean, like that edge. You're onto something. That edge would.
Where's it, man?
And then you put that like weird training day like edge on it and suspense. Oh my God, that'd be a hell of a movie, dude.
Hey, man, I'm coming out there right now. Do I see any of these vampires out there? What?
That's a
Can I
great
smoke a
cue.
little piece of joint with you, Smokey? Like, I want to see more of that, please.
Yeah, that would be
man.
great.
Vince, speaking of theoretical movies, I saw another post of yours where you were talking about a good premise for a Kill Bill 3. Do you want to tell us about that?
Well, I mean, y'all, I'm assuming, have seen Kill Bill.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Very.
Wiggle your big toe.
In fact,
Wiggle your big toe.
one of the only movies that I owned every version. Like I would buy, I'd buy like Blu-ray. That's that's weird. I'm not a movie guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very unique movie. How many movies do we have where the antagonist gets shot in the beginning while she's pregnant and then stays alive long enough to take out everybody that was even in the vicinity while it happened to her? This is a genius. And I mean, I've always kind of had a love-hate relationship with Quentin Tarantino flicks because I feel like he throws the N-word in for no reason. It's like, dude, you're not Spike Lee. Like, calm down. But
Yeah,
at the end
Tom
of the
likes
day-
to do that when we're playing Monopoly. He'll just throw it in there.
Only when I go to jail. And then it's more of a Hulk Hogan.
He'll yell at me. Yeah, he's like, I'm going to jail, brother.
That's just racist soul. No, I'm just playing. Michelle.
Make sure to put your flag half mast.
Sure, right.
Yeah, me too. I'll be getting right on that.
The concept is, and I feel like when I even as a young buck, when I saw this scene, I was like, oh, this is the setup for the sequel. When the black mamba, or the black mamba, I believe she was called, when she went into the kitchen to kill, I believe it was the yellow mamba, or whatever she
Vivica
was,
Fox.
Vivica
Yeah.
Fox's character.
Yeah.
And she's like, yo, hold on, man. Like, my kid about to, you know what I'm saying, be home. She's like, man, ain't nobody trying to wait for you. Like, yo, you got to kill me and my kid. My kid dead. All right. She's like, all right, blah, blah, blah. And so they fought it out and she dies. And eventually you see her basically standing up after killing her, and her daughter, the girl who she just killed, her daughter is standing right there, and she sees her mother's killer standing over her, and she looks back to her and says, yo, I understand, this is bad, and if you feel any way about it, when you grow up, I'll be waiting for you. You know what I'm saying? And then she walks out. Chick just got off of the bus. You know what I'm saying? She came home to get some snacks, Capri Sun, whatever.
Yeah.
She don't know what to do now.
Sunny D.
And then she goes about the rest of the movie. All right, that scene ends, and then she continues to go find Bill and this, that, the third. But that girl is still sitting there looking at her dead mom in the kitchen after she leaves. She still got to go to school tomorrow. She still got to eat that night. And does she grow up with resentment? Does she remember that face? Does she black out? What happens? Does she say, okay, I'm going to use this to fuel my anger for the next 10 years and then go on the same type of journey that baby girl did?
No, you switch it up and you make it a little old boy. You make her go and you make her train with the woman, with what's her name?
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman. And
I like to call her Kill Bill. That's how dumb I am. I'm like, the
okay.
girl Kill
So
Bill.
let the girl train with Kill Bill. And
her name's like Kill Bill. She's trying to kill a guy named Bill.
And then once Kill Bill has given her all of her, knowledge, then the girl turns on her and kills her, and then they have one big battle to the end. Because then she reveals. Then she reveals to her while they're training at the very end that I knew the whole time you were training me that you were the person I had to kill, and I used you over years to teach me what you knew, so we would have one epic battle at the end.
Now, Vince,
there you go.
Let me write this down so I can sell it to somebody and not give you no credit for it.
Yeah,
well,
that's
Vince,
what's going to happen.
It is perfect timing-wise. You could have an older Uma Thurman, which the Kill Bill 2, I don't know when
she
the
is
last time,
older now, yeah.
You know,
she wouldn't have to do anything.
Yeah, she wouldn't have to do anything. She is older.
She
and
looks
then
great.
Time-wise, that girl, let's say, was 11. You put 10 years, and then now she's 21.
You're ready
She's
to
perfect
go.
fighting age. And then that girl, if she trained, and she killed the old Japanese guy with the long beard, so like she'd have to train somewhere else. But it does lend itself to a good revenge movie. Although Quentin Tarantino is not going to do that. He already basically told us he's doing one more movie and then he's out.
Yeah.
But I wonder if someone else could pull it off. I feel like some other director could do it.
I feel like there's almost no way of pulling that movie off without Quentin Tarantino's blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have to be Quentin Tarantino is a part of it. Like I just don't see it possible. It just feels like it would be a cash grab if they did it any other way.
Now,
and I also think that Quentin Tarantino, being as outspoken as he is, would speak up about it, and he wouldn't let the movie just go out and just be successful without his blessing. So I would hope that he reconsiders.
Does Tarantino have kids? He does, right?
I don't know. If he does, they're hideously ugly. Did I say that? That's rude, right? I shouldn't say that.
Well,
yeah. If they look like him, bad. It's bad.
I don't.
He looks like Nosferatu to me.
Oh, wow.
Hey, did you know? Here's a fun fact. We can end on this because I know we're going to run out of time. At my daughter's favorite barbecue restaurant in right outside of Ellijay, Georgia, is where the Hateful Eight, where everyone would eat. Every night. So we sat in this booth that like what's the guy's name?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. We ate in the booth, and there's a picture of Kurt Russell like eating like barbecue, and Maisie's like, "Who's that?" And, yeah, the whole restaurant is where all the guys from the Hateful Eight would go to eat.
They filmed it in Georgia.
Yeah, they filmed it in the.
I could have sworn it was like in North Dakota. It was snowy and stuff, wasn't it? Like
it was, but I think the beauty of movies is you can trick people into thinking where you're at, Vince.
Oh, because the inside probably
that
was in
a
Georgia.
Joke. I'm messing around.
But the outside could have been Georgia because Vince is right. The outside was a blizzard, like it seemed like a Montana.
Yeah, I'm sure that you pick up those shots other places. You establish where you're at, and then the cabins are all in some cabin in Georgia.
Can I throw something at you real quick while we're talking about movies?
Yeah.
Just real quick on the way out. I was wondering if y'all think that this is a decent concept for a movie. This is out of a book that I picked up at the comic book shop. It's called Jesus Hates Zombies. Have y'all heard of this book?
No.
No.
Are you familiar? Are you the concept of zombies?
I thought Jesus was a zombie.
Well, to my point, listen to the preface. First words of the book. Jesus was the first zombie. Now, biblically correct, I'm going to argue against that as a preacher's son. I would say that it was Lazarus, but not to be completely accurate.
I like that. I like that. Get him.
At least the first famous one, the way I see it, Jesus Christ pulled a few nifty tricks in his time, turned water into booze and walked across the sea for starters, but saved the very best for last. He died, then came back. That makes him a zombie, right? I mean, this kind of what the book is saying. There's a whole bunch more, but I won't bore you out with everything. I'll just leave you with this one page because this is the one that actually took my attention. This is when Jesus actually decides, look, I'm coming back, and I know that the world is full of zombies, so that is what my new purpose is. It says, my name is Jesus Christ. This is the artwork, by the way. This is the graphic novel for those who are watching. I know that everybody can't, but if you go watch the link, which you should, on Tom and Dan's website, you'll see it. And it says, my name is Jesus Christ. Yes, that Jesus Christ. Go ahead. Get your damn chuckle in. I'll wait. You done? Good. The first time I came down here, it was to save your souls. This time I'm here to save your arses. No more mamby-pamby preaching about love and The touchy-feely days are gone. Zombies have taken over the world, and I'm here to take it back.
I'd
Y'all
read
gonna watch
that.
that
I will read that. I'll read that. That's got an Abraham's vampire slayer vibe to it.
Oh, Abraham Lincoln's in it. Lincoln is in it too, and he fights zombies and werewolves, and he's got a werewolf compadre. It's a whole.
Oh, I like all that.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, I like that. Lincoln loved Jesus. Oh, he's a big Jesus guy. Yeah. Jesus didn't know Lincoln, but Lincoln was a huge Jesus guy.
I mean, he still has the nails in his hands, and then he's just hitting him on the head and killing him.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. Except
he's
he'd
got
have
a
to.
bat made out of his cross.
Except he'd have to do it backwards, Tom.
Oh yeah.
He'd be like, he'd have to.
Yeah, you're right.
He'd be like palm slapping everyone, which is cooler. It's almost like a gorilla. All right, we got to get out of here. Hey, thanks. We love talking to you, buddy. Plug everything that you do and where people can find you, Vince.
Hey, listen, therealvincetaylor.com or thenewblurredorder.com/live if you ever want to check out any of our content. Certainly appreciate always being on here with Tom and Dan. But that's it, man.
We appreciate you, man.
All
right. Well,
thank you, Vince.
Take care of yourself, and we'll see you soon, man. See you.
All right, man.
That is Vince Taylor.
All right. We will see you on Monday. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. All right. So I'm going to tell you about something that I've been waiting for my whole life. Because I saw it in movies when I grew up, and I thought, I was like, oh, I've seen this a lot, so this must happen a lot.
All right, so, and honestly, I hate it when people say that, but I have no idea where you're going. You just said, start the tapes. And I'm like, okay, I love a good start the tapes.
So
we haven't done a start the tapes since like 2016, 2017.
In the movies I watched growing up, it was a fairly... popular thing to happen where you'd be sitting at the table and all of a sudden you'd feel someone's footsie. Yeah, but they'd be rubbing up and then all of a sudden going towards your crotch.
It was usually a black It was usually a black stockings on a woman.
Yeah.
She has slipped her foot out of her shoe and she's now using her stocking foot to gently mush your penis.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, and then and then the guy would always go,
oh, yeah, while he's got a mouthful of pot roast.
Yeah. And then he's looking at his wife or and
it's usually somebody in the family, like an older grandma.
Yeah, or like a sister-in-law or a family friend or a friend of the wife.
And I was describing that Andrea's grandma was like, she liked me. I mean, come on, let's not be gross here. But she liked me, dude. Like when I got a hug, I got a long, long hug. When I got a kiss, it's like an open mouth, like we just kissing, man. Like she liked me.
So
we were down, and she was the sweetest woman. Oh, I miss her so much.
Not only has it never happened, I'm starting to believe that it never has happened, and this is not a thing that ever happens.
No, it happens.
And I'll put it out there right now
this
that
happens.
No one has had that done to them at a table with their wife next to them, and
I think
it has
my
to be a
dad told me this
formal-
happened to him. I think my dad told me this happened to him.
Yeah, well, he got it from the movies. He's a liar.
He may have. He may be a liar. Most dads are. Most dads are liars. Look,
Yeah.
I'm not here to defend my lying dad.
Yeah.
Most dads, my dad told a lot of lies. And I don't even want to get started on your family, but like collectively, there's a lot of lies in this room.
Yeah.
But I think it happened. I think it happened.
Like, here's why it's never happened is because I've been at a lot of dinner tables with drunk people around me that maybe in a lot of podcast cruises or events where in that scenario I could, in the far-reaching of like possibilities or whatever, there could be a drunk listener that somehow has like fallen in love with me or likes
Well, I mean, Suzette
could be doing it.
With you.
I sat at the table with Suzette. She never did it with her stocking.
She says she's done it to people. She's in the chat room right now, and Suzette.
Why do you do it to me? No one's done it to me, and I once.
I know you want it. Yeah, not once. I thought you said, and
I'll sit there stone cold and take it. I won't swat your foot away.
Yeah. How hard can they go? I mean, they can push.
Whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
You can do anything to me.
You can go full messy kick. No,
I don't want a pain.
I want a full Lionel. Give me the Lionel messy kick right to the crotch.
I don't want anything that's going to hurt me.
More of a soft.
Footsie.
Yeah.
No one does footsie.
You know, I think you may have stumbled upon the world's horniest Berenstein Bears, right? It's like something that we all remember. We all think it's happened. I'm sitting there telling you my dad said it happened to him. It's never happened. You might be right.
Yeah.
You really have me questioning it now. Like, is this a...
It maybe to the person you're with, and that is something different. I'm talking about like
a stranger.
Someone
the trope. We're talking about a trope. I wish Chris Crespo were here.
You're not supposed to do this. Happened in...
If Crespo were here, didn't it happen in any of the vacation movies? Did they have the grandma like needling somebody under the table or something?
This happened in like a wedding... Was it...
Wedding Crashers? What about Stifler's mother? Did she ever do it?
Something
she looks
like
she'd be mushing somebody under the table.
Never happened once. I've never heard of someone telling me it's happened.
Now, what if you ask? Now, does your wife know you have this fantasy? Because could be. You could tee up a role play easy. You could tee up a role play easy.
Wife isn't
and you
doing
know
this.
what'll make it extra naughty? You can do it in front of the boys, and they'll never know. That's what makes it super naughty.
Because it's at the table, no one knows.
Yeah, it's super naughty. You guys are sitting there eating your Tijuana Flats, and she's mushing it. And the boys are just sitting there eating their Taco Tuesday.
And here's the thing. I do it myself, but it's inappropriate, and I'll be arrested.
What, do it to yourself?
No. Do it to other people. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think
I'm a predator.
It doesn't work that way.
I'm a predator.
Hold on a second.
I cannot do that.
You're so dumb.
Like if I did that to Andrea,
but it doesn't
I'm
work
a
that way.
Predator.
It doesn't work that way.
What?
It doesn't go man to woman.
I know. But I'm saying I would do it.
But women, I know you would do it, but it would be weird. She'd be like, "Why is your foot in my crotch?" It's not a thing for women. They don't.
You're not supposed to say
women don't want.
No, I know.
Like
men,
they
don't want
they
that.
feel it, and it's almost like a.
Yeah. I want it.
H. It's like the H.
Yeah. Anything.
But for women, it's definitely not like that. That's why you've never heard of like, I was towing her.
Yeah. They don't want it, and they don't want to do it. That's the reality.
All right, we got to
That's the truth.
You know, we've been figuring out a lot of stuff. We figured out wrestling earlier this week. And today we figured out under the table genital mushing. Yeah, footsie. Sorry, I didn't know. I forgot what to call it.
Yeah, but I wanted to touch my foot. That's stupid. You know what to touch.
Yeah, and it's always a black stocking on the foot. Yeah. Always a black stocking.
And because they slip their shoe off, and then you're eating, and then as soon as they first start touching you, you're like, and then you look around, but you don't say anything because,
what's that?
Yeah,
not supposed to do that. You want to do some voicemails?
Yeah.
All right, a couple of voicemails. This one, I think you and DeBerry Joe have made up, so here we go.
What's up, guys? It's DeBerry Joe. Calling in about the peanut talk. If Tom wants to make peanuts, his best bet would be to, build a box to grow them in. I've seen people do it with potatoes and peanuts, but you just want to build a box that is above ground. You would fill it up with dirt and, removable slats, and then you can grow...
Can I do this behind my house in Baldwin Park?
No.
Why not? What are they going to do to me?
Your wife will call
I
code enforcement.
I can build one or two peanut boxes behind my house in couple of the parking spaces and a couple of the parking spaces.
Yeah. No, your wife will call code enforcement.
No. She's on board. She's on board.
No, she is not on board.
She's on board with my dream to become a roadside boiled peanut man.
It's also maybe going to yield dozens of peanuts,
Not
enough for 2 bags,
No.
and then that's it. You need a mass quality.
Yeah, even the amount I got is only for one batch. It's not enough. I bought
25 pounds. What does that give you per bag? If you sold them a quart, they sell them quarts, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know because they soak up a lot of the brine.
Maybe 12 quarts.
This is going to be my testing
Yeah.
pot. So I don't know yet. I bought a bushel. I don't even know where it's at. It's somewhere on the road.
Yeah.
In the East Coast, coming from.
So heavy. That's the problem.
It's coming from Georgia. I got to get my green peanuts are on the road. I bought a bushel of sweet Georgia runners that are coming straight to my door.
And that's the problem with the boiled peanut business is that they're expensive to ship. So it's one of those things where you have to sell them in person. So that limits the, amount of customers you get because, people can't buy it online because it's so damn expensive to ship. You're paying $40 for a quart of boiled peanuts,
Right.
If you're paying for the damn shipping.
Yeah. I mean, the guy as far as I know online, you go by, the reason you can sell them roadside is because it's mostly the Florida or Orange County cottage food laws. So as long as you have a name and an address on your label, and as long as you say that it was cooked in a home kitchen,
That's how you need. You don't need to have the government inspect
You don't have to have the
anything.
government inspect it. But the minute you ship it, that's when your whole world goes upside down. Like
Yeah,
if you want to
no,
ship anything, you're like, well, sorry, now you need 100 permits, and we're going to get our money.
Oh God,
I looked
hate
into it.
permits.
I had Chat GPT break down the amount of permits that you would need to ship boiled peanuts, and then it started typing, and it became so long that I just stopped it. I was like, don't waste the energy. Let's go with this email here. Dan and Tom, what is your go-to quote when you have additional funds? Do you go to a hip-hop lyric like I Make It Rain, Lil Wayne, or more of a movie or TV show quote like I'm rich, bitch, or I stack paper to the ceiling and ride on 24-inch chrome from Boondocks? Do you have anything you say?
I was about to yell out, "I'm rich, bitch." I'm rich, bitch kind of guy.
So is
That's
Andrea.
a Dave Chappelle.
That's your generation.
Yeah. That's right. I was in, first year of college, second year of college. Dave Chappelle blows up. We see that, and then that at the end of his, his production company was like him with the handcuffs on or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he yells, "I'm rich, bitch!" And then so that sticks into your head more.
It does.
I mean, that one sketch may have not stuck in my head, but every episode it ended with that. So therefore, I'm rich, bitch, forever.
It's burned into your brain.
Yeah. That's the first thing I yell anytime I get $100 of cash.
Yeah, I do like cash.
Digital money doesn't feel good at all.
No.
Like
That's
my
why I
wife
can't
depositing a check, I'm like, nothing. I get nothing except for if someone gives me cash, I scream out, "I'm rich, bitch," in my head.
I do think I get something out of depositing our checks here at the studio. Like I do a lot of the banking here. But all I'm doing is I finally got you to step into 2005, and now we take photos of the checks that we receive here, and then they're sent digitally, right?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you something that's weird that you don't get, that I do get, that I want you to try one day and tell me if you feel validated by it. When you take the pictures of the check, if you take them correctly, it'll give you a haptic, like a good haptic at the end when it takes the check.
Oh, really?
And it's satisfying. It's like zzz, 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 and I'm like, oh yeah, there it is, baby.
It signifies the delivery of funds.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
good.
I like
so
that.
I can see why. That's why I understand why so many young people and adults are addicted to video games or Roblox. I get it. I'm one of those guys. Like I like digital coins. Like you give me the reward, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
100%
Well, that's
that
real
guy.
coins.
Yeah, the real coins is better. All right. Let's try this one right here from our very good buddy Owen from the Oh No Radio Show.
Hey guys, it's Owen. Haven't talked to you in a while, but I was just listening to one of your previous shows, and you had Jay Pinkman on talking about wrestling. Well, I love Jay and I love wrestling. But one of the things I thought was interesting is that you guys brought up the character of Glacier. He was the Sub-Zero character that basically WCW ripped off and made a wrestling character out of. One funny thing about him is I travel for work, and I seem to bump into him every single airport that I'm in. I'm not even kidding. I bumped into him 4 times. What's interesting about that as well is that on the Ono Wrestling podcast years ago, we interviewed him at one of those Comic-Con. It was called StarCast in Las Vegas. And so we interviewed him. And one of the things I asked him was, what's your favorite, or do you have a pet, and what's your favorite pet? And number 2, what is your favorite beer? I know, real insightful questions. At the end of the day, every time I've seen him at an airport, he's drinking a Coors or a Coors Light, and that was his answer. So yeah, he's a fat dad traveling around, still wrestling. I think he trains people from time to time, but still doing the circuit and drinking, Coors Lights in all the airports.
Dream come true of mine would be to travel the world drinking Coors Lights as a fat dad, teaching people to wrestle as Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. My dad, it's funny that Owen brings up something that I think was like a big, it probably I don't know if it is anymore because I don't know if they travel private, and I don't know how wrestlers travel now.
Yeah.
But when my dad used to travel a lot for the company he worked for, he too would have certain wrestlers that he would see all of the time. And the ones that he would see all of the time were two of my favorite wrestlers, Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors. My dad had bumped into the Road Warriors multiple times and said hi to them. In fact, at one point I had an autograph from the Road Warriors. I don't know whatever became of it, but probably when I got out of wrestling somewhere it went. But that used to be a thing. Like when you were traveling sort of the same, he would go to Inglewood Cliffs in New Jersey. That's where Princess Hall Publishing Company was based out of. So when he'd have to go there, whatever route he was going, he would run into like the same wrestlers. He met Ric Flair, he met Dusty Rhodes, Jake the Snake,
you're flying the same airline, I'm sure they have some deal with one particular airline so your likelihood.
One of the weird things that he would meet a lot of, and they just happened to be on the particular route that he would go, is he would meet a lot of football players, but they were always Dallas Cowboys. So for a hot minute in his office, in my dad's office, there were all these headshots of like weird, like second-tier defensive players from like the Dallas Cowboys, and he'd have all their pictures up, and they're all like signed, and it was cool. Like it was a weird thing to see. I don't know if people still get that when they travel.
That's
I don't
interesting.
think people carry headshots anymore. I don't think that's a thing.
No.
I think you take a photo with the person.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But it was cooler seeing the Dallas Cowboy headshot and then the guy holding his helmet or whatever.
It was interesting. I just heard a podcast about they were talking how organizations and teams will find other ways to compensate the players when other than because the salary cap, other than money, if you compensate them with money, it goes against your salary cap, and then therefore you can't pay other people, whatever.
Sure.
So if they want to pay someone a certain amount and it's less than they should, they may offer them endorsement deals that the team has, like, hey, we'll give you this. People are speculating like they did that with Brady, and other stars have done that, where it's like, hey, you take a little bit less, but we'll give you these endorsement deals. We already have the partnerships, right? And then you step in and they pay you, right? And so another thing, I bet Jerry Jones, because he's a smart businessman, probably offered some players like, hey, we got American Airlines huge sponsorship. They'll offer free flights.
Maybe even upgraded.
Yeah, so you can fly for free as long as you play for Dallas Cowboys, American Airlines.
Oh, wow.
And that's probably why he saw so many players, because if they're traveling with the team,
it was only Dallas Cowboys. Like I know for a fact, the memory is, it was six different players. And Jason Witten, is that a person?
Yeah.
Was he a Dallas Cowboy player?
Yeah, tight end.
He was one. We got Witten, and then a lot of the other ones I don't know because they weren't as popular. But that's the one that's the one sticking out of my mind right now.
I bet you it was some deal of like, hey, as long as you play for us,
only
you
Cowboys,
get free
no
tickets.
other player. I'm
Yeah,
like, come on, some Falcons, Dad. No, only Dallas Cowboys. That's all he ever ran into. And Hawk and Animal. Who were very nice. He always said that all of the wrestlers, because he was a big wrestling mark. He's a sucker for wrestling. So my dad would geek out, and my dad was a chirper, so very easy for him to just wander, and little, so very easy for him to wander over and strike up a conversation with some dumb wrestler. Next thing you know, he's flying to, Inglewood Cliffs, New Jersey with Hawk and Animal,
Have you ever, well, you're not too much of a flyer, but I've never done this either, like done the stereotypical fly by yourself and strike up a conversation with someone next to you?
I did that when I went to my buddy Dave's wedding. Remember, like maybe 8 years ago or so, I flew to L.A. by myself.
Okay, yeah.
And I kind of had to because I'm so nervous on flights that it's extremely difficult. Well, you've flown with me. You know how hard it is for me to not talk.
Yeah, like, take more Xanax.
You're like,
bothering the hell out of me.
Exactly.
Take enough for you and can't stay awake.
Ledger yourself and get out of here, man. I want you out of here. But yeah, I'll talk crazy. All right, let's go. Let's try with this one right here.
Tom, Dan, Beatty, and Mike just had a full frog freak out because my wife is pregnant. Shout out to BDM Kylie, and is due any day now. Gonna have a BDM baby. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to the podcast. BDM for life. Love you guys.
Well, I love you too. Congratulations on the new baby.
I'm going to give you some advice that someone gave me that we didn't follow. And then after everything was done, I was like, I should have followed that. That guy knew. It was a family member of my wife who had passed away, but he was a doctor. And
I remember this bit of advice. Yeah.
And before Chris had a baby, he leaned over to me, and I didn't know, but he had cancer at the time. He was a real man, because he didn't live too much longer. But he was a doctor, and he told me he's like, hey, just make it easy on everybody. Do the C-section. And then I'm like, I don't know. My wife wants to do it natural. He's like, just do the C-section.
Well, they all like.
And I'm like, okay. And
most wives, I will say, well, at least ours. I can only comment on ours. They had really high aspirations for all the things they wanted to do. There's a laundry list of things. Don't even get me started on cloth diapers, son.
So then a lot of people are like, oh, no, that's stupid advice because now you're doing surgery, you're cutting your abdominal muscles and just having that. Yeah, but I've seen the other side of it, and it's violent having a natural way.
But you haven't seen the other side of it.
No, I didn't look at it.
I have seen the other side.
But then I saw
will forever be a changed man.
The repercussions I hear from other moms. I'm not, blowing up my wife's spot or anything. From other moms.
Phrasing.
Where she, you have problems running now because you just.
My wife pees her pants every time she sneezes. My wife's like, I peed my pants.
And then their excuse is, what do you want? I have a bowling ball came out, and then it's ruined my body.
If you had a C-section, every time you sneeze, you wouldn't pee the movie theater.
It looks like the surgery, football players have surgery, they bounce back.
Also, my wife would laugh at me if every time I sneezed, I peed.
Yeah.
A little pecker. Like my wife, look at you, old man, peeing your pants.
This doctor was right. He knew. He's seen it all. He knew that just do the C-section's easier on your body.
Do all women, after they have one baby, they sneeze, they pee their pants?
I don't know. No, I don't
or
think
all
of them.
Or is it just the weak ones?
No,
like my wife.
No, my wife too. I think.
I didn't mean your wife. I only speak for my wife.
But it's a common. Other friends'
your wife
wives,
is your
they're
possession.
all like,
your wife's your possession, not my possession.
Then she sends me reels that are all the jokes about, and they're like weak pelvic floors and stuff, and then so I'm like, well. Could a C-section have solved all this problem?
Yeah.
I don't see any reels about, I got the C-section.
If you rent a dance floor and nobody dances on it, that's a brand new floor. That's what I'm saying. Are we talking floors? We talking floors. We talking
no
floors.
scuffs.
Yeah, no scuffs on this floor. We can save a rental fee. We did a lot of bad here.
I think people enjoyed us explaining a female's body. I would. Okay.
It wouldn't make me bad at all.
We'll see you tomorrow.